Coming up, the road to recovery. We'll take a look at the efforts underway to help residents recover from Hurricane Ian and also rescue some of our four-legged friends. Then a new term begins for the U.S. Supreme Court. We're going to explain just what the U.S. Supreme Court does and why justices wear those robes. Plus, is laughter the best medicine?
With some things that are funny to me and that makes me laugh is that when people say funny jokes and when I lollygag with my friend, like I was doing outside, and I was having a very fun time with them.
One stuff I do here that makes me laugh is running around in circles until I get dizzy in the playground and playing tag.
The science behind laughter and what makes us laugh. Also, what's on your mind?
Does lizards and snakes have good eyesight?
We'll get the answer and the right stuff. This 10-year-old girl from Maryland is using her creativity to help kids in America who are hungry.
Last year, kids at my school had free meals from school, which was awesome. But now there's like reduced price meals, and there are a couple of people who have problems with food. So I want to help those people.
This is NBC Nightly News, Kids Edition.
Welcome back to Nightly News Kids Edition. It's great to be with you as always. We have a super lineup ahead, including the science behind laughter. Now that's a laughing matter. Plus, we'll put you to the test in our latest pop quiz. But first, let's begin with one of the top stories we're following this week, and that is the aftermath of Hurricane Ian. Recovery efforts are underway to help people in hard-hit areas like Florida. We get details now from our good friend Kerry Sanders.
Hurricane Ian forced many people to flee their homes for safety last week in parts of Florida. Some houses and buildings were damaged and destroyed because of this powerful storm.
It was a wonderful community, but there's not much left of it now.
Everybody has a good attitude to survive this, I'll say that, and they're determined, so they'll build it.
State law enforcement! Fire department!
Since the hurricane made landfall, search and rescue and recovery efforts have been underway, along with volunteers who are on the ground in places like Fort Myers, trying to help.
We're a veteran organization, and the mission that we're doing right now is vital. We're trying to get food, water, generators, tarps, flashlights, batteries to the veterans that are hit the most. People have nothing. Ian came and left, but the effects have been outlasting.
And look, we know this can be scary. Power is still out in some areas, and some schools are closed this week in places like Lee County, Florida.
Kids, you might be going through a difficult time right now as you're hearing about what is happening with folks experiencing trouble with Hurricane Ian. And I would say if you need to limit your TV or news intake right now, that is totally makes sense. You may not want to hear about it. You may not want to talk about it, and that is totally fine. What you do need to do, however, is take care of your mental and physical health. I want to make sure that you're getting enough sleep, that you're able to focus on things that make you happy, talk to a friend, go for a walk, go for a bike ride, do anything that you need to do to take your mind off of all of the things that are happening in the world right now.
There are some things you can do at home to help these impacted communities.
Kids, sometimes when disasters happen and we feel so far away from it, we feel powerless, we feel helpless. And the one thing that we can do is find out ways to give back. That might look like donating money to a reputable charity, ask an adult in your life, and it might mean even having a fundraiser or drive in your community or in your school. But taking the focus off of ourselves and putting it on the people who need us is one way to cope with stress.
And it's not just humans who need help. Animals do too. Meet Bo, Daisy, and Benny. These adorable little kittens, just a few of the many animals displaced by Hurricane Ian and now looking for a forever home.
There's a boy.
Gary Willoughby with the Gulf Coast Humane Society stayed behind at his shelter with 175 animals.
Keep the animals and the people here alive. That was our priority number one.
None of the animals were injured, but the shelter was badly damaged. Across the country, organizations like Big Dog Ranch Rescue are now stepping in to help.
Winston, you ready? No, buddy. Come on, little guy.
More than 80 cats and dogs from hard-hit Florida shelters were just flown to animal centers across the Northeast, including in New Jersey.
It's not only helping the pets, but it's also giving hope to the people.
Giving hope as Florida continues to recover.
Carrie, thanks so much. Turning to other stories in the news, the U.S. Supreme